Big news for the New England Take. We are now an independent outlet, completely separate from any other broadcast outlet here in the state of New Hampshire. It's scary, exciting. It is nothing to do with anything necessarily with WKXL. They've offered me a fantastic platform for the last more than 2 years since I started in April of 2021 with the program. We're coming out of COVID. I was excited to start my own show. They're having some format changes, and I had the chance to step up and get on the air every week. It's just I really am excited for the digital platforms in the more regional news outlets format. I think this is something that should be pushed, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is when it comes to it. I've been doing the morning news over at the station for 4 to 5 years now, and it's nice no longer getting up at 5 a.m. every day to do that. But obviously I'm losing that income with it. But I'm very fortunate to be able to afford to do that. I have awesome partners I'm working with. I'm working with Americans for Prosperity, which airs here on the show. I also have a completely separate podcast that I do for another company that I'm excited to continue to do, which allows me to continue to do this on the side. But what really I think is important, and I wish more people would step up to do, is I think we need to have online media outlets that are focused on the multimedia content in a regional sense, whether it's hyper-local, it's your town or city, whether it's New Hampshire as a whole, at the state level, which there's some awesome blog and news-oriented outlets that are based on that, whether it's In-Depth New Hampshire, NH Journal, New Hampshire Bulletin. I'm sure there's many others, especially in the more county or city-oriented. But for New England as a whole, I think that the digital platforms do a real crappy job of promoting them, and I want to be able to have people from Massachusetts, Maine, Vermont, etc. join the show. We don't talk about anyone south of Massachusetts. We don't consider them New England, do we? I don't know. I'm a Mainer. That's my little elitism coming through. The formats just doesn't work for broadcast radio as much as I was hoping it would. The need to promote every segment you're listening to this station. Hey, you probably tune in the middle of the segment, so you probably missed the first half of the interview. If you're tuning into digital, whether it's YouTube, social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, any of those, like, you're hearing the entirety of what we're saying, which I think is very important. I mean, I think Joe Rogan Experience really was a game changer, and there were many other shows that have come back and forth and from relevance over the span of time. Serial, which has really changed the game when it came to long-form investigative journalism, looking into things. I hope this format's also the future. People focusing on what matters to them and finding an audience through that. I've had fantastic opportunities to have some amazing guests on this show, have some great partners that love joining the show on a regular basis, like the New Hampshire Fiscal Policy Institute. New Hampshire Bulletin reporters will be on occasionally, which is great. Whatever the future is with New Hampshire Business Review, I'm hoping to continue to have them on the show. Jeff, I think, is scheduled to be on the show here soon. And news is important, and you need to reach the audience where they're at. And right now, if you have a mobile phone, guess what? You have YouTube, you have podcast applications, you have things like that. I want to focus on that. It's where I have the most fun. I get to go produce videos. I can wander about the state and take pictures and promote them on the newenglandtake.com or Instagram or social media platforms. I am extraordinarily fortunate to be in a place in my career where I can do that. I'm in my mid-30s. I have a long career ahead of me. I'm trying to make as many connections as I can. It was great meeting up with Michael Graham over of New Hampshire Journal at a recent event, and he's trying to connect me with some other people. And everyone I've spoke to in the media landscape in New Hampshire has been nothing but supportive of someone that wants to jump into this game, and I hope more people do it. I think we need more voices. What Tony Schnell is doing over at the Concord Patch is fantastic. It hits closest to home for me because I'm a Concord resident. It's great seeing his reporting over there. I'm sure I'm going to have him on the show at some point, but it's being able to just jump in and just talk for 5 minutes as opposed to having that strict, I need to fill 20 minutes to 45 minutes every single week, is very time consuming. I think it hurts me being able to get the information out there that I really want to get out there. on the other hand, please do continue to support local broadcast outlets. I think WKXL over at nhtalkradio.com is fantastic. I'm hoping some of my online stuff will be shared by the social media platforms occasionally, because I'm still going to be doing news. I'm still going to be doing op-ed pieces, my opinions. I'm going to be having Dexter Tarbox on all the time. Get some musicians in and out occasionally that I want to promote, because I think they have interesting opinions sometimes, which is super interesting to dive into in addition to their great music. And I hope you follow me along with this journey and see what happens with this. I'm looking to join with a couple different press associations in the state and work with them and try and get their journalists on the station, on the site, and maybe you'll see me in some presidential discussions over the next year, which I am very excited for. So please be sure to like and subscribe. Check out the newenglandtake.com. We do have a Substack now, so if you want to get the episodes on a weekly basis directly to your email inbox, you have that ability. It's also available at the newenglandtake.com. If you just put in your email at the bottom of the page, you'll now get a weekly email with the latest editions of the show. You'll find some shorter things, you'll find some longer things. I'm still going to be doing regular interviews with people I find that are interesting. If you have a tip, you have someone that you think I should talk to, or if you want to talk with me about something, whether it's an opinion, you have a business, you have an organization, anything like that, please email to newenglandtake.com or DM me on your favorite social media platform, because I'm on all of them. But YouTube and podcasts are going to be the focus of the show going forward, and please like and subscribe and follow me along for the journey.